Chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, you're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
That's a little suspicious. It's weird how everyone knows who we are, but then maybe it isn't. After all, there was a murder. But yeah, why does he know Detective Grimoire's name? What's so challenging about an old swamp? You mean the murder case? I'm sure I could handle. I love challenges. I eat challenges for breakfast.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... It looks...
It looks like the
well,
gunk on the
try
costume.
some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Yeah. He left the cafe feeling ill. After a bog dog... Oh no, wait. After Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening. I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
I like how not dumb and reasonable everyone is. Like, there was a murder and they all get that they are suspects.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
He's like our mentor figure, our detective, old grizzled mentor figure.
I can't help you with that.
Okay.
Why don't you show... It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact,
A lot of it has disappeared from my stockroom recently.
it was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there. You don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that. Why don't you show... You don't know I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say. I don't know very much about them. You have a lot of suspects on that list. You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
Definitely a mentor figure.
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Poison.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
Storeroom was broken into with a
The
lockpick.
storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
So reasonable.
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Popular drink sold at the cafe in Boggy's Bog has the appearance of a strange liquid slime. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from his stock recently. I wanna study the juice in the chemist's place.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
I hadn't even
No,
thought of that.
But that's a good reason.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample and tap the... And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with the... Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. Was that the same as last time? This was the exact same liquid.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm not even sure who that is. You should ask someone else.
You guys live in a limited space and you don't all know each other? That's weird.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
That's no excuse. Surely you need to go down sometimes for food.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though. I'm not even sure who... You should ask someone else. I have nothing good to say about that man. So I won't say anything at all.
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe. A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense?
I mean, it happened in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
And why is there a cafe growing out of the side? A shipwreck? And there's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much about ships. Grass, tree, water. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. Grass, grass.
Oops.
Water everywhere, and not. Seriously, I'm not drinking.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kinda dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
She's super cute. And her voice is like really sensual.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels, and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them.
Wish they
I
use
don't
this
want
part of
them
the
back.
costume.
You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Okay. A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
She's so sensual.
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
I have no idea what... Where are you keeping all this? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this stuff? Is that one of your clues? I can draw way better than that.
Oh.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel. I have no idea what that is. Where are you keeping all... Is that one of your clues?
I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that. Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. I think the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
But you do believe he exists, which is interesting.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
I guess.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. Bonky dolls, brightly colored bonky baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
Oh.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong
It's
here
the
at all.
costume head.
It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there a Boggy's Bog mug? Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. A Boggy's Bog? Maybe I'll get Boggy Dog. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know?
Is that a game joke?
It's a framed drawing of Boggy.
Is this by the gift shop girl? Because then, yeah, this drawing is better than the one of the costume.
What a shame, it's not even signed. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though.
That's interesting. A headpiece from a homemade boggy costume found hidden among the boggy hats in the gift shop has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. Huh.